Good morning. The Lord is good and his mercy endures forever. As you can see, I'm trying the portrait mode now instead of landscape mode for this recording. Hope it's a little more useful. Anyway, let's open up today to Luke chapter 12. Pondering something yesterday. I thought I'd just throw this out here, something to chew on. It says, then he said, and this is Jesus speaking again, when you see a cloud rise out of the west, immediately you say, a shower is coming, and so it is. And when the south wind blows, you say, there will be heat. And it happens. You hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but why do you not know how to discern this time? Jesus was implying that if you can evaluate signs in the natural, or you can read, I'll put it this way, even the geopolitical signs, you can discern things naturally. Why would you not be able to discern the times and the seasons of God? He's saying it should be clear to us. We should be able to know these things. Specifically, he was talking to those who are in the church, so to speak. This was Jerusalem before there was a church, at least the church of Christians. But those were people who should be seeking the Lord. If you go over to 2 Chronicles 26 and 3, let me flip there because I want to read it for sure. 26. And verse 3 says, Uzziah was 16 years old when he began to reign, and he was king in Jerusalem for 52 years. The name of his mother was Jecoliah from Jerusalem, and he did what was correct in the eyes of the Lord, as everything his father Amaziah had done. He sought after God in the days of Zechariah, the one who instructed him in the fear of the Lord. And in the days that he sought after the Lord, God caused him to succeed. I think the King James Version says, as long as he sought the Lord, God caused him to prosper. So seeking the Lord was a key to their prosperity. I was pondering, as I said yesterday, how in the days of Jesus, the political time was that there was a very corrupt leadership. They had obviously a religious leadership, but even their Sanhedrin, I'm told, was appointed. They were not supposed to be, they were appointed as political lackeys, basically. So the government, even the spiritual government there, was corrupt. They were appointments, they were plans to keep power and to acquire power. And that's where Jesus was. People who were oppressed by corrupted government. And those who surrounded Jesus were those who were looking for the leader. They were religious freedom fighters, so to speak. They were patriots searching for the truth. Except those patriots, some of them only sought the natural. You know, they were expecting. That's why they rebuked Jesus so much for saying, hey, I'm going to go die and I'm going to raise again. They wanted Jesus to say, hey, I'm going to take over Rome and establish this new kingdom. They even asked it again, and Jesus told them in Acts, he said, it's not for you to know the times and the seasons that the Father has set in his own power. They were looking for something to happen, but they did not know the times and the seasons. And that specific time and season was not then. They could at least know that, but they didn't know when it was, because that's a special one that the Father has placed in his own power. And if you go over to 1 Chronicles 12:32, I'll get back to what I was talking about in a sec. 1 Chronicles 12:32, not 32:12. We have an interesting term talking about men who came to fight. It says, from the sons of Issachar, those having understanding of times, and what Israel should do, 200 and their captains. So this was a whole group of people who understood the times and what the nation should do. It doesn't elaborate on that, but that gives us hope that we can understand the times and what we should do. So back to talking about Jesus and his time. So I was pondering that and relating it to today. We have a lot of patriots who are seeking change. We have some corrupt government. I'll say some because not everyone is corrupt. But the enemy, the devil, it's no mystery that government can be corrupted, especially if we take it for granted that good men and women will be there and we're not vigilant, because Satan transforms himself as an angel of light. That means he makes himself look like the good guy. That's what he wants to do. So godliness and discernment are necessary to have good government, quite frankly, and a little bit of checking. So here we are, we have patriots and we have Christians who are seeking what is right and what is good. But what are we seeking? Are we seeking just the promise, just the fulfillment of something that we want? Or are we seeking the Lord? Like that king in 2 Chronicles, are we seeking the Lord? Are we seeking the times and seasons that the Lord has and that he directs? Just something to chew on.